Boom. All right. So how are we gonna do this, bro? Twitter sucks so bad. I feel like every time I go live, I say that immediately because I gotta get on here and tweet. But like, it's like, what's even the point of tweeting if you can't even post links anymore? Like, I don't even try to I don't like tweeting whenever I go live because I know no one's gonna see it because the algorithm like suppresses it so bad. Damn, bro, I got on here and immediately saw a Hunter spoiler. I guess it was tagged. That's my fault. Uh, I guess I'll make a little thumbnail. Let me see. Do something like this. Let's go. And I'll just post that. Mm, actually, I don't even know where that screenshot just went. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Guess we'll never know. Then it captures. Oh fuck it. I don't even know where that went. I'm gonna just tweet this out. // twitch.tv/ my channel. Boom. It's 401 to 404. All right. And I guess I'll just put like the Ragnarok theme song on here or something. I know the Ragnarok theme doesn't get copyright struck. Or maybe I could do like Xenogears or some shit. What do I have on here? Video game music. What's a good Hunter adjacent soundtrack? Like any JRPG ever? I got Xenoblade on here. Xenoblade X, definitely not. Final Fantasy 14 arrangement album. What is this? This might be loud. 14. I'll just put the Xenoblade on, I guess. All right, the biggest thing I'm worried about with this though, I've never done this before. This is the first time I'm like reacting to something. I am terrible with names, especially with like an arc like this. I'm not gonna remember anybody's name. So I hope you're following along because like I know I'm looking at chapter 400 right now. I don't remember any of the prince's names except for Terror Sandwich, and I don't even remember how to say his actual name. So I might need a cheat sheet or something. Alright, I guess we can officially start real quick. Just turn this over here. Text. So we're going 401 first, and I'll just update this one. Boom. 401. Bottom left. Alright, let's just cut the music, actually. Because I feel like I'm not trying to... Oh, Umineko music, though. Nah, wait, let's put the music back on. Do I have that? Yeah, let's get this Umineko music on. Oh, just loop this? Just loop this over and over again? Nah, we might just have to loop Rose over and over again for the background music. Yeah, let's do that. Where's the replay button at, though? That's the question. Replay, that's nice. Main, playback. Replay gain. Random, volume, order, shuffle, order, default, replay, track, repeat track, add. Right? Then what happens if I do this? That is the intro, okay. Customize button, main, playback, reshuffle, DSP settings. Why is Foobar so... There's so many options for everything. Order, repeat track. Alright, well, if they play the next song, I'll just probably try to skip it. Hopefully it's not too loud or anything either. Alright, so officially starting chapter 401. I guess I'll just describe what I'm seeing since I can't, like, post it. The Crucible of Death spreads through the ship. 401. The new cover. What's her name again, bro? See, I already forgot. Is it Morena? It is. Okay, so I got her name. Yeah, Morena's... Her shit is fire. Like, her power and what she does for the story is crazy. Basically, like, we need to get everyone a kill streak so they can level up and then get their nen up. That's fire. Tagashi said, I'm eternally grateful to all of y'all that helped me return to serialization. Yes, sir. Bro, I was in, I was with one of the homies, and, like, we were talking about how we saw how Tagashi came back. And he went to, like, a Sailor Moon concert or something like that. And I almost started tearing up because I'm like, bro, this dude's, like, pushing to do 30 chapters, and then he's able to actually go outside and do stuff like that. He's gonna be cooking soon. Alright, it says, upon a peaceful sea, the brutal succession war rages on. 10th day on a Tuesday. I already forgot how long this... It's supposed to be 2 months, so they're only 10 days in, which is crazy. 5th Prince to Peba. Maybe I should start reading these names out loud so, like, they'll come to my memory, because I don't remember any of these. Like, I have to physically see them, and, like, I have nicknames for all of them. It says, 5th Prince to Beppa's personal guard, you're up next. Please come this way. Curious to see how a covert Nen user handles this. Whoa. She feigned reaction to Kurapika's attack or comes straight out. See, I don't remember what... They're still Nen training. Okay. Accepts her fate and takes out Prince Wobble. We don't need a divination test. I can already use Nen. That said, the snakes were not my doing. This will act as both proof and reasoning for why I'm here. Pulls out a box. She says, skirt. This is my conditional manipulator ability, Moonlight Decree. Translucent words. I can bestow or limit the power of whoever signs the contract. It's binding, but the target has to sign of their own free will, so please listen carefully before deciding. You want me to sign a contract? What are the details? To act with the 5th Prince to Beppa. However, she's unaware that I'm a Nen user. This contract is only insurance, a means to facilitate my true goal. Come over here, but Kurapika pulls out the gun. That shit's too hard. Dude, that shit's too hard. He said, shoot. It's from you're lying, I'll shoot. Dude, having the Kurapika rings, like, I've seen people that have it. It's on Amazon. Loki, that would be so fire. But, like, I feel like it'd be too weeby to actually have in real life. But it goes hard. Isn't that a threat? Isn't that threat a waste of time? After all, a .2 caliber would be useless against a Nen user. No, not the way I'm aiming. Isn't there a thing where you can, like, infuse bullets with Nen so it works against Nen users, or am I tripping? I don't remember if that's a thing in this series. Disclosing a whole truth is one of my abilities conditions, and it would be sufficient for creating a simple contract between you and the prince. But the true goal requires that you've been given even more power, which is why you must listen to my full explanation before signing. And what is this goal? Ellipses. What's wrong? Nothing. I just don't know where to start. I guess I should explain the original plan. Everything else will make sense after that. I am beyond Netero's biological daughter. Bro, we haven't seen Beyond in years. Like, dude's still inside of in the jail. Wow, okay. Bro, Beyond's just chilling. So is this on Beyond's behalf? Or is this like something she's doing on her own, like in relation to Beyond or something? I don't even know. Beyond has a whole plan that we just don't know of because that dude is too confident right now. Everybody's shocked. Kurapika says, go on. For the record, I'm not the only one. Many others like me exist. Over 30 years ago, Beyond fraudulently facilitated marriages involving young, high-ranking Kakin soldiers. Soldiers raised the offspring of Beyond and his wives to enlist them to the Royal Military School. I suspected this happened each time a new prince was born. Hmm. Over how old is Beyond? I'm trying to figure out this timeline. Hold on, let me look this up. How old is this dude? Do we even know? Old. Control F old. Age. We don't know how old this dude is. Alright. Hmm. Dang, Isaac Netero was 110 to 120. That boy old as hell. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Let's go back. Let me read that again, just so I can process it. For the record, I'm not the only one. Many others like me exist. Over 30 years ago, Beyond fraudulently facilitated marriages involving young, high-ranking Kakin soldiers. The soldiers raised the offspring of Beyond and his wives and enlisted them to the Royal Military School. I suspected this happened each time a new prince was born. So that was like 14 times. So there's like 14. Yeah. His plan was for us to eventually become the Prince's royal guards. Having awakened our Nen at birth, we'd easily pass the military test as long as nothing out of the ordinary happened. So this is a whole nother faction, I'm assuming, like, pulling up. This is a lot already. I only understood my true origin when I noticed I hadn't inherited certain traits from my adopted father. I came to the conclusion that I was getting close to the future king. Must be Beyond's goal when I realized all his children ended up in similar positions. And this was the original plan? Yes. It's as I heard it from my adoptive parents when they spilled the bean. Singular. Spilled the singular bean about my real father. We knew nothing of our true origins or our siblings. Even when I found out, I didn't grasp the importance of my heritage. I just thought of myself as a soldier with a unique past. That was until the succession war began. I moved into dormitories before I could develop much of a relationship with my parents. Maybe because of that, I never doubted these fanatical speeches about Beyond were just part of the government's brainwashing to reach a world unified under Kakin. Propaganda is crazy. Only we weren't part of the standard MO. We are discarded pieces. As I said, when we had awakened our new, what, bro? I'm tripping. We had our Nen awakened. Jesus Christ, bro. As I said, we had our new. Jesus Christ, that looks like new. Our Nen awakened from birth. Tripping. This font is crazy. Let me switch the song back. Okay, it did it anyway. It appears that if Nen is awoken in infancy, the infant will develop Ten and Zetsu rapidly in order to protect itself from the harsh fatigue. That is crazy, based on just how much we just saw someone try to develop that. Like multiple people try to develop that just now. Thanks to that, I topped all physical assessments with the academy at ease, or at the academy with ease. However, this was only a side effect of my father's Nen attack. An attack, yes. My father placed a curse on us. It was my half-sister Mahaka who caught on first. Despite graduating the second term of the academy, known for its harshness, she was passed over the second prince. She was passed over thank to... Oh, it's the translation. It literally says she was passed over thank to second Prince Camilla, who instead handpicked discriminated individuals to join the royal army. Mahaka noticed her parents started acting strangely after she was ruled out, so she started searching for answers. It was during her investigating that she found out about me, as was also posted to Prince Camilla's squad. For parents that only harp zealously about totally calm, acting out. Dropped. It was only after the seed urn ritual began that we understood why. We had highly renowned yet the user inspected. Seems we siblings were marked with seals. Each one of us has been cursed with a terrifyingly dark nen that activates after death. That's the post. Please use go and take a look. Yeah, this post-mortem nen is like really cool. Yeah, what is this? The user claims that I am an appetizing sacrifice. To put simply, I was bred to assassinate a target with myself and Mahaka included. There must be over 10 appetizing sacrifices. It's only natural to think that there must be an even more unappetizing sacrifices as well. My guess is that Beyond prepared many pawns to counter any number of princes. That's why this boy is sitting. He's like, hey, as long as it takes, it don't matter to me. I got my pieces already on the board. Okay, so we've been waiting on like this kind of explanation for a minute because I was like, what is Beyond's plan? Dude, the way he drew this panel is I keep looking back at this eye thing. That boy was cooking. We were told that burning the surface or trying to remove cursed parts would have no effect, and it was the strongest curse they'd ever seen. Beyond converted us more into mere envoys of his curse. We are living sacrifices. I can't ascertain the ability of whom it'll target, but I'm certain we've been possessed in order to curse that person to death. Who could this be? Like for this person. Kurapika, if we take too long, the guys outside will start getting antsy. Still, we have to hear the whole story. Otherwise, we can't sign the contract with Prince Tibepa. With Mahaka, Beyond didn't initiate any moves when she was released as a private guard, suggesting our targets aren't necessarily the princes we've been assigned to. In fact, being close to the princes and by extension becoming a soldier in the first place, we may have been superfluous. We've had our very lives and dreams manipulated by the hands of our cunning father. So even though you don't know the target of the curse, you're sure it's the prince. Quite so. It's my hypothesis, but firmly believe it. I firmly believe it. The numbers can't be a coincidence. There are over 10 appetizing sacrifices and 14 princes. I can't be sure who will kill who, but it's clear that Beyond has a strong conviction to end the succession war. Him not informing us must mean he's either holding the trigger or he's waiting to meet the conditions that'll accumulate the acquired aura. I think it's the latter. Beyond currently has wormed his way into the core of Kakin, in which case it would be simple to gift the throne to the first prince immediately. To kill this To kill through a curse requires the death of a powerful sacrifice to ensure Prince Benjamin remains in the war. He could inform him via encrypted code. The first prince is backed by the royal army and he has a trump card of being able to give special orders. I don't think it's first Prince Benjamin. We're talking about a cunning, cold-hearted, thorough man who has ample time to prepare. It doesn't make sense to go through such lengths in order to support an easy target. Then who? No, you can't be serious. Actually, Kurapika said, still got the gun out and everything. I believe that one of the princes is Beyond's child. The way they put his face back there. I want to see this arc animated so bad. It'd be so dense and like it'd probably go over everyone's head, bro. Oh my god. It's going over my head, but like I need to see some of this animated because I can just see it. And then the soundtrack. But wait, is that even possible? Queen Oito. Never said her name out loud. Oito. What are the conditions for a prince to join the succession war? I guess we never actually had that explained to us. Only Nasubi's wife's legitimate children can participate. I suppose that could include children not actually fathered by the king, but surely not. Scroll down, and she said, whoa. Kurapika, are you okay? You've been in there for so long, everyone's getting worried. I'm perfectly fine. We're negotiating the terms for a treaty with Prince Tibeppa. For transparency's sake, we will explain all the details soon. Please wait a little longer. There doesn't appear to be any changes to his aura, but he must have realized she's a Nen user by now. And not only that, but a mass murderer. What kind of conversation could they be having? We got the guy with the flat top just staring. What's this guy's name again? This dude's been cooking the whole art. Kurapika, slide. Please continue. Prince Tibeppa's contract will be a peace treaty with the 8th Queen Oito and the 14th Prince Wobble. It prohibits any attacks between the respective queens, princes, or their guards. Renewing weekly if the 5th Prince's representative registers in room 1014 every Sunday at 9 a.m. If the party infringes the rules, then my ability will activate, enacting a penalty, a week-long forced state of Zetsu. Dang. That's crazy. That's actually brutal. A prolonged state of Zetsu could be very dangerous. The wording is too ambiguous. Would cooperative uses of Nen such as healing also be considered attacks? That boy in lawyer mode, he said, hold up, let me read the fine print. He said, let me read that. If that was the case, then my ability itself would be considered one. As long as you don't do anything that could directly cause harm or obstruct our objectives, it won't activate. Plus, the 5th Prince won't nullify the contract one-sidedly. And I can't activate the ability myself either. I'll also add, if you find Beyond's child before the elimination of Prince Tibeppa or the competitors are reduced to 2 as additional amendments to the contract. Still, on the off chance none of the princes are applicable, then the criteria will be met and a boon applied. Of course, these amendments will be annulled if Tibeppa refuses to sign, but if you continue the inquiry and meet the criteria, I promise to start a new private contract, be bestowing the boon onto you. And that boon is the ability of using my ability a single time. Oh yeah, you already know, Kurapika. He put in some work with that. You already know. Wow, okay. That's actually really strong. Not a bad deal. Depends on the target and requires very specific conditions, but I'd be able to impose Zetsu without all the risk of my Nen abilities involved. Yeah, he wouldn't have to kill himself over that either. The Shane hasn't budged. She believes everything she's saying. But before signing, let me tell you what I really want. My goal, my true desire. If it's confirmed one of the Princess Beyond's child, I want to eliminate them with my own hands. The aura and the ninjas flared up. He said, let me get him. Let me kill him. This person's kind of a parallel to Kurapika in a way too. They have like the same similar ability, similar like position in the succession war, and similar intention. Similar like background too. Like just what happened to them. If only my father had shared his intentions with me, even if my role was exactly the same as it was now, I never would have reached this resolve. Yeah. Door opens. Everybody walks in. They're like, what are y'all doing? She walks out. Still no changes in their aura and no signs of Nin battle. So why are they were really negotiating, but then why is she crying? What happened in there? No evidence of Longhe's attacks. Maybe it's a long range ability that requires meeting multiple conditions in order to activate an unbeatable power. If so, could it have affected both Kurapika and Bill? But that wouldn't match the assassin MO. Assassin's MO? What is an MO? They said that twice. So what happened? Did she persuade them to sign a contract just by crying? There are too many possibilities. These guys are impossible to read. Sorry for the wait. We've been discussing a potential treaty with Subeba. We're both open to the idea, but I haven't settled on the terms. We also disagree on how much of the treaty's content should be shared with everyone. I'm not buying it. It's just an act to maintain good relations with the third and fifth princes. You're next up, Tin Troy? Huh? Tenftori. Tenftori. We would like this font is actually like now I'm reading it out loud. Some of these names are very interesting. Should probably start reading names out loud more often, like as a habit, because I almost never do that when I read. We would like to discuss the current issue in further detail. Seems the third prince will be allowed in on details. Prince Woble's safe as long as the Nin activate awakening ceremony happens behind closed doors. No point in accusing them of a conspiracy. You're trying to shut them down the lectures. It just straighten their ties. I think it's time to swap posts. How about you? Huh? Is something wrong? Nah, it's nothing. Beyond. That boy hair long. That boy's been in there for a minute. Just tied up. I don't know what he's holding. Reading a book. Got any other books? Nope. Read it again or write one yourself. Good idea. I got a pen and paper. I can't give you anything for safety purposes. You've got a beard and blood, right? Dang. Safety purposes. You know, if I wanted to, I could bash your skull in with this book right here. Roger Dodger, I'm quaking in my boots. Have you got any other requests? Feel free to say anything. Speaking won't cost you. Cool, you're an interesting fellow. There's somebody I want to speak to. Could you bring them here for me? What are Beyond's true motives? Every new wave rocks the boat. 10th day Tuesday at 9 p.m. So it's like 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours. That's the end of chapter 401. Yeah, it's getting crazy. Modus operandi. Okay, so I have heard that. Military term. Just scroll back through one more time. Bro, that boy Beyond. When was the last time he actually even appeared in like a chapter? It had to have been like at the very beginning of the arc. That was almost like probably over 10 years ago. That was when we first like set sail. We haven't seen him since we've set sail. If I recall. Or even before we set sail. Nah, bruh. That's terrifying. Yeah, just hella Neteros just out there. Let me put the chat on the screen real quick. Boom. Like that. Yeah, no, that's actually terrifying. And they're just all like ticking time bombs too, because their whole point is to just blow up and act like they don't know nobody. I'm saying, yeah, nah. I thought that he would like. I thought he was just gonna get off the ship and then immediately start doing stuff, but nah, he was cooking, still cooking right now. He's gonna start cooking again. Because apparently he wants to talk to somebody. All right, let's start chapter 402. Room 1003. In the event that the 3rd and 5th and 14th princes be the last standing, the 5th and 14th princes will withdraw from the succession war. 10th day on Tuesday at 1:30. So this was the same day, just going back in time. Okay, yeah. So this is happening while they're in the room. Prince Wulbo, I understand, but Tibep, on the other hand, have any official documents been drawn up as a proof? Yes. In addition to Prince Wulbo's, wait, what does that say? It says Kurapika's proposal moves Prince Korai and Prince Tubepa's camps. In addition, Prince Wulbo's team has requested that Sakata and Hashido remain with them indefinitely. Room 1005. So on top of our peace treaty, Kurapika also accepted my partner contract. Affirmative. His only condition is that the prince and queen be present when he comes to this room, and the 3rd prince's private guard has been requested they be present as well to divulge information. That's actually better for us if we get to live with the Prince Wulbo and Queen too. So they're colluding with Wulbo. No, with Kurapika. Here's a token of my appreciation. Here's your 2nd coin, right? The more you accumulate, the greater the reward. Yes, sir. It would be an honor. By the way, and then the color. Notes from Togashi. My hips recovered to the point where I can draw, sat in a chair. Let's keep it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's keep it up. If you keep that on you at all times, you'll be endowed with good luck, including a surrender clause is progress, but in this war, is surrendering even a positive thing? And what's with this coin? I assume something would happen after the 10th day, but perhaps it won't activate while it's in my possession. Serenditch. I'm assuming that's how you say it. I've been just saying what the community says and call him Terror Sandwich. Didn't come to the banquet, meaning an alliance with me isn't one of his priorities. And I can't waste time while Benjamin's private soldiers are targeting me. I need to redirect their attention to Korai somehow. At the next meeting, please highlight how close you are to Prince Korai's side for the 1st Prince's Guard. Is Nenbeast staring at him. Dude. Serenditch's Nenbeast is so crazy. Like, that's actually scary. Actually terrifying. This one, the little dinosaur thing. This is the one that this isn't the one that keeps getting bigger. I forgot what his like does. A conditional. I mean, I guess they're explaining it right now. Her Nenbeast appeared right after signing the peace treaty. That wasn't a coincidence that it could mean a conditional type ability. My bad, her. Boy, lacing his boots up. What is that? He's putting some stuff in his shoes. Oh, taking it out of his shoes, right? No, putting it in his shoes? Taking it out, okay. One of our country's many mass murder tools. A flaw discovered, so it never made it out of development, but if used properly, it can be a perfect silent killer. At first, the symptoms resemble gastro something, and this misdiagnosis will lead people to think it's infectious. If one plays it by the book and quarantines the target, you can keep unnecessary deaths down. The viral bodies are weak and won't last 30 seconds once airborne, but should a human inhale it during that time, it'll spread through the body and cause multiple organ failures within half a day. It also causes the target's body to decompose quicker, so the bacteria will help mask the cause of death in the autopsy. In a room with no air circulation, it has a 100% success rate at the hotspot. It fell out of use because the potency falls rapidly as you get further from the deployment, but it's perfect for this task. We'll put it in his boots. Took this one out. With this, I'll erase Hulkenberg. Serenditch over here on the treadmill. Room 1004. How many seconds? 9.67. Finally beat 10 seconds. Still a long way to go. Let's try again in another 10 seconds. Bro got a 10-second cooldown. His beast neutralizes poisons. That makes sense. I need to make a cheat sheet for this series, like for me personally, so I can have a personal connection with all these characters, because I've read like a few of them, but they haven't been updated in a while. But maybe they've updated it for these batches of chapters, or this batch of chapters. He's multitasking. I had mastered Zetsu from birth, and it still took me an entire year of training to reach this level. And even call it the 10-second wall. They even call it the 10-second wall, and yet Half a year for me is 1 day for him. What a monster. This dude is. Hey, the power scaling though. This dude might be. Oh. So so now I think about it, he's definitely one of Netero's sons then. He definitely has to be one of Netero's sons. What if Beyond calls him? Bro, what if Beyond calls him? Nah, that would be actually, that's the only person I could think of. Oh my god. Yeah, nah, if Beyond calls him, it's over. Like everyone in here. Oh my god, that boy locked in. Data was right. Judging him from his personality, this guy would just use politics or Nen to satisfy his own desires. Got to do something. Yeah, he's definitely Netero's kid. Like has to be. According to her ability, activates when he enters Zetsu, which is incredibly rare even among the specialists. Yeah. Yeah. My only theory is that when Nen Beast is constantly blessed with such a raw amount of aura, then it has to be cut off by Zetsu, the ability triggers. Then again, Theta being manipulated by the attack she's suffered is also a possibility. Regardless, I've still seen nothing. Prince, it's about the hunter named Senritsu. I'd be too stupid to make a move without more information. It seems the Justice Bureau also doubts her alibi and has been decided to prolong her custody. Prince Benjamin appears to be of the same opinion. He's posted his own soldiers to keep lookout. Don't get outmaneuvered by that giant oaf. Keep meeting with her, get on her side and find out what she's thinking. Bro's just doing the 10-second dash. He's on his switch and then giving orders at the same time. Talk about I need a 10-second break, bro. You're just, what is he even playing? He's maintaining Zetsu while running, playing a game, and talking. Only those who have trained for decades should be able to do that. I can't even do that. This sucks. I feel insecure just watching him. Y'all are glazing bad, bro. Chill out. Oh. Alright, scroll down. Let me see. He for real just, yeah, he's grinding then. Hasn't left the room, no nothing. Boy, locked in. Alright, scroll down. This girl. She has something on her back. A shoulder blade. I saw it when I was getting changed. It looks bad, like a bad bud bite. Wasn't there when I tried to escape. This looks like injection marks. That's not possible. After we tried to escape, she returned to her room and she got brought straight here. I know that it's likely a Nen mark. A mark? Some Nen users have several conditions in order to use their abilities. She likely stepped on a trap and accidentally cleared one of them. Remember how strange she was acting yesterday? Yeah, she was going crazy. Like the way that he drew that was crazy. She had like the Nen Beast on her back. He said, "It's my magic. I can use it once before all day, but all of a sudden I'm able to use it as much as I like, and it's just dying." Wait, so a Nen user has tricked her into thinking she can use it as many times as she liked, as she likes? Question mark. We have to test her ability. I'm sure that 2 doors will appear. One of them will be an enemy's trap. We have to show her and convince her. Convince her. She'll likely quit the second. She'll quit the second she realizes it's an attack. That'd be nice. Judging by her actions, she may be addicted to Nen. You're telling me it's like a drug? How awful. It's all I could think of that could explain such a sudden change. At first I thought one of the princes who requested a visit wanted to negotiate, but I was mistaken. At this rate, her body and soul won't last more than a few days. It must be a non-discriminatory type attack that affects all who get caught in the trap. What can we do? We have to stop the user, but finding them without any leads is nigh impossible. I've got an idea. Series guard is Beyond's kid? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could see that. Scroll down. We got Stoner. I'm Stoner. The 7th Prince Lazarus. That boy just in here, just stone. Yes, he's using the Mafia to flip drugs. Makes sense. It wouldn't be strange if that was his Nen Beast, but the Prince himself might be unaware of the attack. So even if you're right, getting him to stop will be almost impossible. We've got to beat him or his Nen Beast. There's no time to waste. I understand how we feel, but we need a plan. I've got one. Fu Chen did a bunch of tests to see how far her power can go. I don't know if there's something like a barrier sealing the ship, but she couldn't open a door outside of it. That said, she did manage to connect a room with a light bulb. What lifeboat? It's a light bulb, meaning she can go there whenever she likes. But there's still one thing we've never been able to test: whether or not another person can enter the tunnel. Exactly, but I think it should be fine. The condition is the outgoing door shuts if Fu Chen enters it, and returns the door shuts if I enter it. We were kids, we had servants who enter games too, meaning that until we enter, others are free to use the doors. I'd really like you to test it, Senritsu. Kacho, we're gonna need more personnel. At least someone to carry Prince Luzurus to the lifeboat. If I keep on conscious with my flute. Ideally, we should be able to escape plan and go on its own accord, but he's stupid. I doubt he's that stupid. So we'll need your ability. Next up, if someone is poisoned or restrain him right then and there. No, best if the cause of death remains ambiguous. I'll carry him. Doing it during our intel gathering makes for the perfect alibi. His private guard will probably claim we were hypnotized by your sound, but that won't be hypnotized by your sound. I'm tripping. But that won't be a problem. I'm sure if they test positive for drugs, we could still chalk it up as a hallucination. Story will be suffering from an overdose. The prince made plans to flee the ship and passed away from a sudden heart attack. Thoughts? I don't have any problems with the plan per se, but there's just one thing. Where will the link to the door go? Prince Luzurus' room is on Luzurus. So I did say it right, but it sounds like loser us, which I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Which means Fugetsu needs to actually have been there, correct? Yeah. I don't follow. Can you explain it? Fugetsu needs to have been to an area where she wants to use her ability, so she'll need to get into the Prince Luzurus' private chambers. Leave that to me as well. Just think of a reason why Prince Fugetsu would need to meet our other princes. The Justice Bureau is monitoring her, so naturally we'll accompany her. There should be no risk of assassination. Other princes, just not Prince Luzurus. It's a good opportunity to increase the amount of locations she can use, as well as hiding our true objective. You're right, it's cleaner that way. So, how about this? Not bad. Claiming the letters... I like how whenever like they're having a dialogue or like some kind of conversation, he just draws in a picture of the whale from the outside to show like that time is passing. That's actually... I really like how he does that. Not bad. Claiming the letters your dying message will intrigue the princes, so they'll likely accept if we vouch that it's safe. It's a precaution. As a precaution, it'll allow us direct access to information, for informing them about our visit. I'm not sure they'll let a younger prince hand it to them directly, especially Luzurus. I'm sure that a ton of things in his room he doesn't want the Justice Bureau seeing. Well, that depends on my negotiation skills. Worst case scenario, I'll file for a warrant and enter by force. Inform Prince Fugetsu. I already believe I made my feelings clear, but nah, it's fine. We got it. There's something else I'd like to confirm. If you assist us further, you won't be able to return. Are you really okay with betting everything on us? Of course, but it's only out of my feelings for you. That boy was lying through his teeth. I support Fugetsu's claim because I believe I'll lead to a radical change in this system's needs, especially with Kacho by her side, which will appease her mother as well. I can't even hear the faintest change to his heartbeats. That boy just straight lying. As long as I can determine if he's lying, I'll have to be prudent and think of him as an enemy. I didn't join the Justice Bureau to blindly uphold laws. It was to make this world a kinder, better place. For now, I still have to value to him whatever he's manipulating, maintain his relationship. If it means dirtying my hands, I'll gladly shoulder that burden, even if the new world rejects me in the end, for Prince Fugetsu's sake. Scroll down. That boy walked out. Stanced up. Wow, he's not looking good. He's just got eye bags and no sleep. Investigator. I request a meeting with the first prince. State your business. We would like to deliver a letter penned by the 10th Prince Kacho for the first prince. Before Prince Kacho passed away, she penned letters addressed to each prince. She wished for each of them to be handed directly to the princes upon her death. The Justice Bureau will stand responsible for any potentially hazard materials such as gunpowder or drugs should they be found within the letters. To prevent any tampering, we ask that Prince Fugetsu be permitted to deliver the letter personally. Pass it over. I'll hand it to the prince. Letter likely contains important information pertaining to the succession war. If we go ahead against the departed prince's wish, then the credibility of the document may be put into question. Please confirm with the prince. Understand. Let him through. It's one small thing nagging me. Speak. It's the NIMBYs. I see this is very bad, and it's only the preliminary symptoms. Thanks for granting me permission to visit Big Brother. Do I have permission to cross the room? Of course. Walks across the room. NIMBYs comes out. A GGG. They were exorcised just as I thought. They're low-ranking curses that possess those that have weak hearts and frail bodies. It doesn't appear to be Fugetsu's own guardian NIMBYs, nor part of the plan. Did they latch onto her due to the despair of losing our sister? She won't last another 10 days like this. You want me to open it while you're present, if that is satisfactory, in case there's information relating to the section where Justice Bureau is witness. Nothing political, just a standard letter. I see no reason to show you now. Letter aside, have you found Muse yet? No, not yet. Judging from the time Prince Benjamin froze communications, we searched the most critical locations but have yet to find anything. You can still search all the prince's bases by force if you like. No point. We both know the debate on who actually wields the power in Kakin always into a stalemate. Regardless, it's urgent enough to warrant imposing martial law. You're right. I'm glad he's so forthcoming. Bro, these chapters, wait, when you read them out loud, I'm invested. I need to start doing this, like, with everything. I might start streaming every chapter I do at this point. I feel, like, way more engaged with the story. It says there are different levels of law enforcement. This case would be only a military level crisis, but he jumps straight in considering martial law, which concerns the national level threats. This confirms Prince Benjamin's plan to abuse his powers. He was so focused on the letter that he let his true thoughts slip. We were right to come in when Captain Balsamico was away. Seems like having all the princes read the letters was a good call. Scroll down. All the princes are getting the letters. I'm actually thankful. Meeting face to face, small price to pay if it keeps the Justice Bureau off my back. We're the ones who are grateful for your cooperation. Facilitating communications between princes is one of our priorities. Really sucks about Big Sis though, huh? Indeed, thanks for your condolences. Everybody staring, everybody looking, reading. Well, I'll be damned. She went out with a bang, huh? She mentioned anything about these letters to you? Like y'all received the same letter too? No, she didn't mention a thing. Guess you wouldn't want her little sis getting caught up in this. It don't relate directly to the war, but best let out one of the Bureau's bigwigs to read this. To confirm its contents, even though I'm the one who leaked it and had Katja write them. Bro, this is crazy. These side characters just be having whole ass chapters. Side characters, main characters in this arc. It's a great opportunity to shake things up with shake up the other princes' dynamics too. How do you intend on doing this? The Bureau has gathered confidential information on each of the princes. They're like little bombs we keep close to our chest in order to maintain peace and balance. And I can assure you that these things will shake up. It doesn't make sense for a young prince like Kacho to know that kind of information. Well, if the princes sniff the sources of the leak, they'll get frantic for sure. If people are looking into Fugetsu, I'll protect her. I'll ensure she's not sent back to those dangerous dormitories, at least not until the war is over. I didn't expect Lazarus to reveal this letter. Maybe the more scrupulous. Maybe he's more scrupulous than anticipated. Let me look that word up, because I've heard it, but... It says, diligent, thorough, and extremely attentive to details.
Scrupulous.
Scrupulous. Okay, there's no M in that. I don't know why I thought there was an M. Scrupulous than anticipated. It contains information about Prince Serendich, but it's only this letter, then it amounts to nothing more than a rumor. She's like, I don't care who wins. She's like, I don't care who wins as long as it's not Serendich. It could mean that it could just be meant to stir the pot, but I'm sure if you look hard enough, you'll find some dirt. Not that I should be talking. Something ain't sitting right here. Why would she be using her dying message to drop bombs about the other princes rather than protecting her little sis? Did she just lose the plot? The contents of each letter must be different for each prince. Like, Let the snakes eat the other. Let the snakes eat each other while I eat four. Huh? Like, let the snakes eat each other. While I eat four, she could ask Big Ben to protect her dear little sis. Tricky Sitch. Tricky Sitch. I'll have to keep an eye out. What's right and wrong ain't doing. What's right and wrong ain't for me to decide. That's the bureau's job, but this letter is sus. It's all about the balance, my man. You can't hold on. You can hold on to each letter. It went great. If you're tired, if you're feeling tired, we can claim you're unwell and pass on to the other princes. No, I'm fine. I want to help in any way I can. Prince Ugetsu, you got a problem. Or got a minute. My name is Basho, a friend and colleague of Senritsu. Oh, nice to meet you. What can I do for you? Is it true you're feeling under the weather? If so, I may be able to help. Pure innocent light along the frosty roadway, shimmering so bright. By including the terms in the haiku, in case of healing or purification light, this Nen ability activates. By including divine terms in the haiku, in this case of healing or purification light, so light is the divine term, this Nen ability activates. This effect increases more with the use of seasonal words. Frosted, I'm assuming is the seasonal word. It's a good luck charm. Hang on to it. Thank you. I'm grateful for your kindness. That should keep the lowest ranking curses away at least. But nothing's going to change if she doesn't deal with what's eating away at her. The rest is up to you, Senritsu. 11th day on Wednesday at 8:50. We should think of our alternative plans in case of loser isn't the culprit. Let's begin the moment Fu Chan awakes. Fu Chen. If we have her moved to a doctor's room for rehabilitation, we can post guards and bureau members to keep watch. It's the perfect alibi. Right. Basho's given us a little bit more time. We still haven't determined a culprit. Thinking about practicality. Wait, practicality. I'm tripping. I can use an ocarina, but it won't change the fact that I can't do anything else while I'm using this ability. Not to worry. If the tunnel is only 10 meters long, I can carry it myself. Other than these two, the only other prince is tier 2 and is Halkenberg, and the rumbling earlier occurred directly above us, so either his ability or his garden Nenvis's has. We need to figure out whether him collapsing was intended or just a side effect. I want as much information as possible and hand him the letter immediately once he awakens. No problem. I've got someone very close to me on the job. We've given the ninth prince all the information. Benjamin's secret, Serendish's evil doings, and even the truth about Hawkenbird's own birth. It's enough to flip this war on its head. Let's hope that Hawkenberg can put this intel to use. Plus one last letter to Kurapika. Kurapika reading the letter. The princess can't leave the boat as long as this damned war is still going on, but I'm sure you can come up with a plan that won't spill any more royal blood. End of the chapter. Hidden path outside of this war. That was a lot. This arc is so dense, bro. Like, it's so dense. There's so much going on. So much to think about. Like, I wonder how he's even processing all this. This shit is crazy. Kagurabachi read? Bro, y'all, I feel like y'all are gassing that up. I feel like y'all are gassing it up, bro. I'm not a crazy shonen head either. Gassing up for a reason? Bro, I'm good. I'm on that One Piece, bro. I'm on that Hunter in that One Piece. Trust. Alright, chapter 403. Let me see if I could change this music up. This music is actually perfect for reading. Like, I honestly forgot it was even on, but let's see if we got any other songs on here. Not that song. We can chill on this one for a little bit. Hmm. Not even gonna lie. Let me see. Bro, this soundtrack is too good. This soundtrack is too good. Mmm. It's not appropriate, but I do like this song. Let's see. I love Umineko, bro, but that's not appropriate either. You want Fortnite? I'm gonna just leave it at this one, to be honest. This song is too good. The Fortnite music. Hey, ready up, drop in with me. That song is perfect for everything. Alright, let me update this too. 403. Boom. Alright. 403 chapters called Results. The Succession War speeds up. Oh my god. 11th day, Wednesday, 4:65 a.m. Tier 2 Justice Bureau. Building prosecution entrance area. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, let's run it back. None of Hulkenberg's soldiers are around the courtroom. His personal guard are either being monitored in the VVIP area or being dispersed to the lower tiers. He has no allies left to activate his ability. That boy about to act. It might be raps for this guy. I don't know. I don't know. This guy might be he might be cooked. You know, no from Tagashi. Norizaka's 26 is Sailor Moon, Hunter x Hunter, Romeo and Juliet, and Lady Oscar. All your theater performances are great. This is what we were talking about earlier. That boy was going to theater performances. He'll have no means of escape during the cross-examination. His demise is 100% certain. Dude, you're about to get cooked by the Ninbis. It's over for you. The judge and defense lawyer are also at risk of infection, although their distance is reduced by 2%, below 2%. This being a closed court case means that the chances of pandemic are extremely low, but if it did happen, we'll be containing it using martial law. Yeah, this dude's cooked. Either he's cooked or he's gonna succeed and accidentally like infect the entire like floor. But this dude is just guaranteed dead. He's talking about 100% certain. Anyone who's that certain that's not beyond or a Serenditch is just, you're dead. Nothing is 100% certain. This boy's walking up. His shoes. Walking into the room. Close up on the eye. He stanced up. Turns around. Boom. Vic! Vic standing behind him. The JoJo shit going on. This rumbling, he can't beat. This rumbling, it can't be. Hawkenberg shouldn't have any personal guards with him. Rumbling. Vic, what on earth just happened? He said, what is this? Hold on. He said, he's throwing up signs. He hit him with this. Military sign language. Are they blocking verbal communications? We've discovered the secret to Hawkenberg's ability. Everyone turns around. Whole crowd pulls up. That boy pulled up, tapping on his computer. Bro pulling up with an he said, he pulled up with the imaginary gun, bro. He said, Balsamico's position is 11.9 meters from the two of them. 20 meters ahead, then 11.9 meters to the right. To amend the 26 degrees disparity brought by firing a step 60 centimeters forward. Grimaldas de Saldus, Kanji's Japanese title for a novel. We need to talk about Kevin. So, okay, what does that have to do with anything? Hold on. Because we need to talk about Kevin. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it. This is one of those things where they tell, like, yeah, I probably should watch this then. Because this is one of those films where they were like, you probably shouldn't look anything up and just watch it. But what does this have to do with this? I also didn't know it was a novel. Is it a novel? It is. Wow. 2003. All right, I might have to watch that. The name in Japanese is The Boy Who Shot the Arrow. So is this like a translation error, or is it like something similar? Because I'm like, what? I heard We Need to Talk About Kevin is crazy. They've been having like a few little translation errors, but I don't really blame them for that. A boy shoots it. He said, boom, shoots it, goes straight through. Hasn't the trial started yet? We're room 1001. Both parties requested a reschedule. Both? For what reason? For what purpose? The plaintiff cited a lack of preparation due to the equipment trouble, which was rejected by the judge. However, the defendant's request citing the defendant's ill health has been accepted by the trial. And the trial will commence once they recover. What's going on? Oh, the movie? Does equipment trouble mean the mission was aborted, but Hulkenberg's ability already activated? With the timing, Balsamico must be the target, but if that was true, then why is Hulkenberg the one recovering? I thought he couldn't activate it alone. A mutual blow? Could Balsa have noticed the ability's activation and charged with TISC-17, which is the virus? No, it's too soon for symptoms to appear. There must be another cause. The particulars on Hulkenberg's status: he suddenly felt unwell and collapsed on the spot. He's currently resting in the medical room and his condition is stabilized. By the way, was there anyone there with Hulkenberg? It's around a dozen Hulkenberg supporters were present and helped care for him. A few of them were staying by his side to look after him. Ah, Prince Benjamin, the captain of the guards has arrived. He wants to speak to you in just a second. Okay, this is most likely a trap and Hulkenberg's illness is a fake. The captain's probably attacked by Hulkenberg and is trying to contact me against his will. In other words, Hulkenberg's ability is a coercive type of manipulation. Anemone. Concerning Shikaku, Balsamico said that. Let me zoom this in. This text is tiny. Oh, yep. I zoomed in and looked at 3 pages ahead, so let me not do that. Concerning Shikaku, Balsamico said that manipulation abilities work in the first come first serve basis for one-on-one situations, sure, but it's safe to assume that rules wouldn't apply against a well-coordinated group with powerful men. Now, what will the captain try to pull on me? Prince Benjamin, is Balsamico might. What happened exactly? Let's see what they're capable of. Oh, let me read this real quick. Benjamin's ability is called Benjamin's Baton, Benjamin Button. Yeah, so there's probably a movie motif going on. That actually makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Because now I think about it, this is the first time I'm reading the TCB scans version of it. So they probably haven't pointed it out in the Viz version. And it probably didn't even get translated or went over my head with that. This is probably the first time I'm actually noticing that. So in other words, Balsamico, if you return without finishing your mission, I'll consider it a coup d'etat plotted with collusion with Hulkenberg. I will issue special martial law and purge both of you. Right, but I see this as our chance. I would like your permission to be meeting with Hulkenberg. I assume his supporters will be in a medical room with him, but they shouldn't pose a threat. You appear as if you carry out the mission of the room, and the mission in the medical room while secretly waiting for an opportunity to trap me. He's thought that. You plan to appear as if you'll carry out the mission in the medical room while secretly waiting for an opportunity to trap me. All decisions in the field are up to you. All I care about is the result. I'm aware that since Hulkenberg's ability has been used, it's difficult, no, impossible to trust me. Therefore, I won't return until my mission is executed perfectly. Please inform my subordinates on this. I'll report back today with positive results. 11th day, Wednesday at 7:50 a.m. They're out bright and early. Is he really telling the truth, Butch? Sir, no, I mustn't waver. Until I have undeniable proof this mission is complete, he's an enemy. The rumbling's target was Balsamico. Until we find out the truth of the matter, remain on high alert. If he leaves the bureau without making contact first, I'll immediately enact a special martial law. Inform the second and third tiers immediately, expeditiously. Yes, sir. First, Prince Benjamin. Prince Fugetsu and a member of the Justice Bureau have something they wish to hand to you personally. Huh? I'll need to keep the head of my Justice Bureau on the side for a long time, even after I become king. Send them through. I'll use this as an opportunity to share information and build a good relationship. Ring, 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 ring. I understand this is quite alright. No need to worry, sweetheart. That's splendid. How quiet like you. I'll be I'll back you all the way. It's a shame I won't get to see you at the banquet, but I'm so proud of you, Hawkenberg, my dearest little boy. The first queen is Hawkenberg's real mother. Everyone fears less majesty, but the dead can speak freely. The leading theory I found on a foreign site suggests that to protect Hawkenberg from his brother's assassination attempts, the first queen asked the second queen to be his mother, thus changing the succession order. The war has rendered the succession order meaningless, but if the rumor is true, if the business is true, it means the first queen might use her connections to help Hawkenberg win. A simple net rumor, nothing surprising. There are things only the dead can do, and more so say, please look after Fugetsu. Nothing political, just a standard letter. I see no reason to show you. She was clever. I wouldn't be surprised if she set up a plan to help their little sister. That said, it's likely a bluff and just a shot in the dark request. Even assuming the first and third's letters do contain evidence, how could a little brat have a political influence to dig up information my team couldn't? I would have liked to question him for information about the succession war or personal deep. I would have liked to question him for the information about the succession war or personal details, but having him doubt the Bureau's impartiality, even slightly, would be catastrophic. It's even more than enough to know that we know the real threat of martial law. I'm tripping. It's more than enough that we know how real the threat of martial law has become. Everyone's reading the letters. The only ones who refused were the 4th and 13th prince. So that boy Sarandon is just locked in. As long as the convalescent 9th prince. Convalescent. Recovering for an illness or an operation. I wanted Sarandon to read it, but he refused. It sounds better on paper, to be honest. Just said immediately toss it. Oh well, even just one of them taking interest in my misdirect is a win. Being the information broker may even slightly garner Fu Chan's respect. Placing a marker on Lazarus's chambers is a massive victory itself. The hard part comes next. True. Just strapped it to the machine, sleeping. Thanks to Basho, she can be left alone without being bothered by cursed spirits. So I think it's best if we let Fugetsu rest for a while. Agreed, it'd be terrible if we push her too far and she can't use the power when she needs it the most. When we need it the most. Let's rest as well. Mission starts tomorrow evening. 10:14. Kurapika's in here. With a wobble. It seems that the death penalty is enacted on those who attempt to leave the war. Unfortunately, the ship is literally a Kadoku pot. Kadoku. That's bright. Wikipedia is bright. It says Kadoku is cursed poison known as Kodo Kujutsu Fuko. Type of poisoning magic found in Japanese folklore. Said to have been used widely in ancient China. Longest used. They will mix several insects in a jar and let them kill one another until only one survives. So Kadoku, sorcerers would mix several insects in a jar and let them kill one another until only one survives. So that's what's happening right now. Okay. The fluids of the insect that survived would be used as poison on an individual with a curse that would control them, cause them misfortune, or kill them. The remaining insect could be used as a sort of good luck charm to the one performed to give great ritual wealth. Interesting. Then the princes will really have to fight each other till the end. It makes sense to think that a Nen ability preventing anyone from leaving the ship would mean that death is the only way out. However, I see this as a beacon of light. How? Queen, in order to save Wobble and the other young princes, I need you to grant me permission to do something. What is it? As soon as he says that, switch to the room 1003. This boy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17 coins. Of all the coins produced by the Nen Beast, 7 of them are my possession, and I have 3 have been... Wait, of all the coins produced by a Nen Beast, my Nen Beast, 7 of them are my possession, and 3 of them have been gifted to others. The problem is, the coin that previously reads as 1 now reads as 10. I might need to get some water in a second. Of course, I don't have water in here. Oh, I have a little bit. What's worse is that we have no idea what this means. We're completely in the dark. I'd like to hear everyone's opinions. One coin is made each day, so after 10 days you have 10 coins. Then once 10 days have passed, the coins change. Possibly. Let's write 10 days ago on the 10 coin and make sure we write the date on each new coin. That way we confirm the hypothesis within another 10 days. Any ideas? No, we need to check the coins gifted to other people. Indeed. Not only order them to not only in order to inform them of the potential greater wealth, but to receive permission to monitor the changes in their success. To put it simply, inform them of their growth rates. Assuming that the coin grows by the factor of 10 every 10 days, then within a month it'll become 10,000. I see. After 630 days, we can cast Hocus Pocus. Huh? I'm talking to myself. Never mind. These are all theories I've been over a million times. These goons lack necessary experience for them to test an ability's effect. Phone room 1014. In order to acquire the information on Nen and my garden beast ability necessary within this war, I'm going to need someone like Kurapika. We're outside. It's no problem. Hulkenberg's team informed me of the group feigning ahead of time. After meeting with me, they may appear under the effects of hypnotherapy. But that's just only because they've been relieved of anxiety and are overcome with joy. They'll be fully conscious again in no time. That one, right? Yes. The 10 supporters who visited the prince passed out in the waiting room, and just like he said, they'll be back to normal right away. But there's something else that caught my interest. The fact that a staff member passed out at a different time at a different place, manifesting identical symptoms. Hard to brush this off as a coincidence. Sure, it wasn't a coincidence. He said, hard to brush this off as a coincidence in his head, and said, are you sure it wasn't a coincidence? Where's the staff member now? I'll look into it just in case. And then he thinks to himself, to discover Hulkenberg's ability or objective and form an alliance, it may be best to explain our current situation as well. They're in a private room waiting for their tests. Understand, I'll conduct an interview. But for a man who loves all that is fair, what will he think of me? Please give me their name and room number. It's Wario Bay and E6. Meeting Hulkenberg knowing so little about his ability is too risky. I'll find out all I can from Wario. Wario, please tell me exactly what happened. I promise that your beliefs have no impact on your standing here at the Bureau. We have confirmed the use of mysterious power in the Succession War. Prince Kacho died while trying to escape because of this power. Huh? It appears the ship is surrounded by a barrier that is aware of a person's royal blood. I'm not the kind to mince words, so here are the facts. Halloween, just the facts. Superpowers exist and the princes are using them as weapons. I'm willing to act outside of the role as the Bureau's head of prosecution and back Prince Hulkenberg, given the protects Prince Rigetsu. What's that? And he has a little feather thing tattoo. A symbol bestowed to me on the prince. Hulkenberg told me that if you were to speak openly about Nen, then I should show you this. The prince predicted I'd meet with you. Yes, it's only natural that he would be suspected after the mass fainting. For you not to meet with him directly implies that you're being cautious, which means you're aware of Nen. Spot on. The 9th Prince Hulkenberg will soon perish. Yo. Are you sure? Yes, I've completed the mission. I'll show absolute proof of my success tonight as planned. Sleeping, everybody's around him. Just watching. Yeah, this man is cooked. Kurapika's in here with Wobble. You want to publish the letter? Yes. I'll begin the second round of Nen training tomorrow, same as before. I'll send an open invitation to each prince this time. But this time, I'll add that I'll be divulging the contents of the letter. Only your letter, of course, not mine. There's 3 reasons. First, to avoid necessary suspicion. If you think that's necessary, but then why the other prince's crimes and rumors were revealed to one another? So they must be wondering if their younger princes have also been made privy of that information. We'll squash these concerns. Secondly, I hope to slow down this war, even just slightly, by sharing Prince Kacho's feelings. Third, I hope that being the first to go public will put me in contact with some of the older princes. Odds are they'll come empty-handed. But depending on who they sent and what may attempt to depending on who they sent and with what, they may attempt to postpone or cancel the letter's publication by bargaining. That's the end of the chapter. Kurapika reveals the letter. Let's scroll back up and just recap. So interesting. So we learned about Hawkenberg's ability. Start learning more about the coin ability. Gearing towards that. Interesting. Yeah, no, this is interesting. All right, let's go to the next one. Dang, the wiki pages for these are like just long. They're like essays. That boy Balsonico. All right, chapter 404 is the last one. This chapter just came out. I don't even know when these drop. Are they dropping like consistently? It seems like Saturday, Friday. Let me see. This one dropped yesterday, so it drops on Fridays the same day that One Piece drops now. When is One Piece coming back? When is One Piece manga coming back? We'll find out later. It's all right. It'll be back when it's ready. All right, chapter 404, speculation. So let me drink some water real quick. How long I've been streaming? Like an hour? Bro, I would have read this in like probably 30 minutes if I weren't streaming it. I should be streaming more often. Like the chapters. Alright, 404 speculation. I think we can confirm the hypothesis that the coin changes after 10 days. Typically when conjuring objects, their limit is capped by including the choice of public ownership. The cost can be dispersed, allowing for mass materialization. Assuming that the coin changes depending on whether it belongs to you or other people, we'll need to test these changes. Let's start with easily verifiable tests. Does the design differ between the coins in and out of your possession? Huh? Prince, mine is different from the ones on the desk. Mine has your face on it. What does it say? What is Kurapika saying about Korai's ability? Indeed, the front is the same, but the back is completely different. Based on this, I posit that the effects may be vary depending on the owner. To confirm this, could you transfer the coin on your table to the guard? The Kurapika, I gift you the 10 coin. Huh? What? Huh? This will test both the potential changes in the number and design, as well as any effect of me bestowing a 10 coin to someone. 2 birds with 1 stone. Things are never simple. Understood. He picks the coin up. Note from Takashi. I'm deeply grateful for the emotional support I received from Nogazaka's 46's Sailor Moon musical and the Hunter x Hunter stage play. Oh wow, that's fire. I didn't even know they did that. But they have a stage play for everything. I don't want to raise suspicion by refusing it, even if accepting it is an activation condition for the Sudoku. Let me slow down. Hold up. I don't want to raise suspicion by refusing it, and even if accepting it is an activation condition for a pseudo coercive manipulation ability, the coin only has about 10 days worth of nen, so it shouldn't be enough. It shouldn't be something enough for something as powerful as a kill order. Being limited to one coin a day with a change in the 10th day suggests that this ability's true value will become clear as once Kurai is crowned king. It seems like something seems to reflect his forward-looking nature, and it should be fine. That's what he set himself to, like whenever he figured out his ability. And he flips the coin, it's one, and then he has his face on it. The number and design have both changed. The design matches the one on 10th Tori's coin. See, it seems that they forgot the I. It seems that when the owner changes, both the days and its effect are reset. I'll return ownership of this coin to the prince and see whether it changes again. Very well. The design changed back, but the 10 remains a 1. Okay, I get it now. I think I have a rough grasp on how it works. Can we talk freely in here? I don't mind. I assure you it's not just any ability Benjamin will feel threatened by. As expected. As the third prince, he's proficient in strategy and subtle diplomacy. As long as I understand his intentions and respect the hierarchy, he's an ally. That means concealing information about weapons and threats. It can be inferred that Prince Kurai's guardian spirit beast has an accumulation type conjuration ability. Accumulation type conjuration ability. The coins can be traded and the nen will increase exponentially with them if held for a period of time. This unlocks unique abilities within the wielder. After about half a year, when the coin is in the quintillions, the user's aura nodes will open, thus allowing them to use nen. The prince's estimate of 10 to the power of 64 may The prince's estimation of 10 to the power of 64 may represent the number of days, that makes sense, that are required for a wielder to use mysterious nen abilities. This method is the most effective way to acquire nen, which usually requires rigorous training with minimum effort and no risk. While it carries almost no risk, he's thinking this in his head. While it carries almost no risk or cost, the guardian spirit beast will demand an even price. That is likely a pseudo-coercive manipulation tactic, a form of half-compulsory loyalty towards Kurai. That makes sense. So it's like a debt, basically. Accumulation-based abilities are often found in individuals who are highly strategic and rational. In other words, this is an ability that'll bear its fruit once you've taken the throne. See? Ha ha ha. I told you this power is suited for me. It's best to keep the possibility of it being a pseudo-coercive manipulation type hidden for now. It'll only create unnecessary trouble. I like to observe the coins without any new developments. Someone here must be secretly holding onto the coin that appeared the first day. So yeah, it's like, I feel like this kind of seems like a no free handout situation, or like somebody might give you something for free, but they expect you to do something back for them. So like, it's like if somebody pays for your food and they're like not really a good friend, and they're like, nah, I got you, they still expect you to pay that back if they're not a good friend. There's no such thing as free. It's like, nah, I got you. I'll get you this meal, but it's like down the line you expect them to pay for it again, like back somehow. I feel like that's kind of how his ability works. He's the only nen user who doesn't serve the Kurai. I mean. Today is Wednesday the 11th, and the war with most... They're framing this like very interesting. Kurapika looks kind of terrified and paranoid. Today is Wednesday, the 11th day of the war. Most nen abilities with time-based conditions begin at 1. If the coins first appeared on Sunday, there should be at least 2 coins marked 10 by now. This suggests that whoever kept it a secret is someone well aware of the situation and wants to keep Kurai in the dark. Someone who saw a coin emerge from the Kurai's spirit beast picked it up and benefits from keeping information hidden. First Prince Benjamin's personal soldier Conventoba. The coin appears every day at 1 p.m. We can easily verify who was with Kurai at the time by reviewing security records. And in the event that it's discovered that we've been withholding information about Kurai's ability, I can use Conventoba as insurance. Right, this has been rather insightful, Kurapika. Now I can focus entirely on contemplating my siblings' futures. Just one thing, it's also possible that the number of coins owned could influence the ability's effects, so it'd be in your best interest to secure the majority. Understood. I'll hand you the one that appeared today and keep the rest with me for the time being. Thank you. Please hold off a little longer on the other matter. Completing the second training session is very important to me. Very well. The more information, the better, but it's not an urgent matter. I'm more worried about you and Prince Wobble's safety. We're not equal. I understand the price for my information is the assurance of Wobble's safety. It's likely that others were using the first section for recon. It'd be wise to devise countermeasures immediately. Thank you for your consideration. Being under Kurai's protection in exchange for crucial Nen-related information about the war is certainly beneficial, but it comes with a significant risk. Kurai is one of the princes connected to the Mafia. Over 200 members of his faction are aboard the ship, which acts as a deterrent against higher-ranked princes. The balance of power between Serenage, Luzurus, and other underworld factions is fragile. If anything were to disrupt it, the entire situation could change drastically. Who would benefit the most from the Mafia tug-of-war breaking? Benjamin by far. Heightened conflict between Mafia families would provide sufficient grounds to justify the use of special martial law, allowing them to place all the princes under house arrest under the pretense of protection. It's a powerful weapon that enables him to manipulate the situation however he sees fit. But how can one sever the rope? The seemingly fragile Mafia families have maintained balance for power for years. However, if their methods of resolving disputes were to be discarded, a war could erupt. The surest way to escalate that would be to covertly assassinate a boss. Well, this font is so hard to read. Like, I'm not used to reading on this. The first boss is whichever family backs the family. If a situation arises where it appears that one of the families has assassinated a rival boss, a war would ensue, thereby justifying the declaration of special martial law. It's likely he may attempt to assassinate Kurai, Luzurus, and Serenage to create that scenario. You're not touching Serenage, bro. Even if Kurai were able to house and protect Prince Wobble, Benjamin wouldn't hesitate. He might use the Wobble as collateral damage to heighten the brutality and make it look like the Mafia did it. This boy Kurapika just be straight thinking. This boy's just crazy. It may be safer to stay in room 1014 where Prince's guards are constantly monitoring each other rather than risk being targeted by Benjamin in room 1003. However, the snake ability remains a mystery considering the previous incidents. There's a chance that one of the Prince's guards is plotting something. Determining which option is safer will come down to intuition. No matter which path we choose, we're walking on thin ice. Some wheels. Skirt! Hey, the Oreo! We haven't seen him in forever. Nice. He's completely unresponsive. Body temp is 36.6 degrees Celsius. No convulsions or shortness of breath. It's possible he hit his head hard when he collapsed. Prepare a blood test and a CT scan immediately. Contact Hawkenberg's guards on the first tier and ask them about the prince's condition over the past week. Also, send vomit symbols to gel the examination immediately. Ooh. That boy Hawkenberg out of it. He got him. The pierced soul won't awaken unless I fall asleep, adding coma to the diagnosis and delaying the identification of infectious gastro works in my favor. And if mother refuses an autopsy, my death will be officially dismissed as an unexplained organ failure. Hawkenberg vomited and was transported to an adjacent general hospital. The mission will be completed within half a day. It takes, but hold on, let me stop. Because if he does die, that's post-mortem then, bro. Like, even if he does get him, something's gonna happen, bro. I don't know. There's like multiple ways this could go now. I didn't think that he was actually gonna be able to touch him. Interesting. It takes approximately 12 hours from the onset of vomiting for the target to pass. Things may get complicated if the Hunter Association is involved. Good work. I'll send a team of royal military doctors to your location. Monitor his progress. Yes, sir. Hangs up the phone. That boy Hawkenberg is watching him, like from behind him. He has like a Nen projection of himself, I think. Shikaku and the Sumidori's transfer confirmed several hypotheses. Hypothesi? What is the plural of that? Upon awakening, Sumidori's body correctly identified Shikaku's recognition number, proving that only one soul can remain conscious at a time. Priority goes to the one that activated the ability. As long as Sumidori's soul is active, Shikaku's won't awaken. If Sumidori wakes up, Shikaku will forcibly lose consciousness. However, you try to awaken Shikaku, he won't be able to regain consciousness as long as Sumidori is alive. This condition is gained through a restriction rooted in the resolve of self-sacrifice. The initiator's priority is absolute. Let me respond to this real quick. Alright, so let me see this again. Shikaku and Sumidori's transfer confirmed several hypotheses. Upon awakening, Sumidori's body correctly identified Shikaku's recognition number, proving that only one soul can remain conscious at a time. Priority goes to the one that activated the ability. As long as Sumidori's soul is active, Shikaku's won't awaken. If Sumidori wakes up, Shikaku will forcibly lose consciousness. However, even if you try to awaken Shikaku, he won't be able to regain consciousness as long as Sumidori is active. This condition is gained through restriction rooted in this resolve for self-sacrifice. The initiator's priority is absolute. My ability is forced soul exchange. One person is chosen at random from the initiating group, and their soul is swapped with the arrow's target. This is Hawkenberg's ability. He's explaining it. But it was necessary to investigate what effect the body's death would have on an exchanged soul. Oh. So he planned to die just to see what would happen. Let me read that again. He said, my ability is forced soul exchange. One person is chosen at random from the initiating group, and their soul is swapped with the arrow's target. But it was necessary to investigate what happened to the body's death, what effect the body's death would have on the exchanged soul. When two bodies exist, only one soul can awaken at a time, and the priority of the awakening lies with the ability's user. Given that the definition of death in the Succession War isn't clear, we can assume it implies the death of both the body and the soul. Therefore, if the target's body and soul are separated through the exchange, there is no reason to prioritize testing whether the soul can return to the original body. The first test... This is the wall of the text. The first thing to test is 1. What happens to the soul inside the peer's body if the body dies first? Then 2. What happens if the target's soul's new body dies and has no original body to return to? For 2, it's clear, considering the ability was activated with the assistance of a guardian Nen beast, spirit beast, to ensure victory in the Succession War, and taking into account the necessary and sufficient conditions. As for 1, if I ignore my emotions and focus solely on achieving my goal, it isn't a significant issue. So 1 is what happens if the soul inside the peer's body... What happens with the soul inside of a body if the body dies first? And so he's saying that doesn't matter if he ignores his emotions and focuses solely on achieving his goal. For participation, it's likely that my ability requires people who are willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Therefore, the answer is self-sufficient. To establish an ideal nation, I must continue to fight and honor those noble sacrifices. So the people that he lost, he has to continue to fight for them. The odds were slim that my soul would be chosen to switch with Balsamico, but I had accounted for this possibility in my calculations. This scenario has already been tested with First Prince's personal soldier, Vict. If the body of the initiating side dies first, the target's soul returns to the original body, allowing for both souls to exist. In that case, priorities shift, and the target soul regains full control over their original body. Therefore, if my body dies, Balsamico's soul will return to his own body, and my soul will forcibly be put to rest. That's why just before my body dies, I'll have this body ingest a sedative. I can't control when Balsamico's soul will awaken, but this should give me around 10 hours after my body's death to maintain control. Because of that, before my time runs out, I must make the right move to win the succession war. Rel is ready to die about it. Oh my. Okay, this is a lot more interesting than anything I thought of. This is crazy. Wow, that's actually so crazy. That boy said I'm ready to die about it. That's crazy. They're all guarding his body. The doctors are in here. That boy Leorio in here. He's hooked up to the machine. He's literally dying. Like his body is shriveling up bad. The doctors look nervous. Everybody's drinking juice, just chilling, getting their nails done, looking at the coin. 3 seconds. Sarandich. Okay. That boy locked in. He's down to 3.4, not 3.496 seconds. It's been 1 day. Someone once said leveling up is a staircase, not a slope, and boy is that true. I wasn't so frustrated my time wasn't improving that I almost gave up. Reaching this level in just 3 days is unheard of. Theta, what the hell do you want me to do with him? Sigh. Optimism isn't enough. Breaking the 1 second barrier isn't going to be easy. It might take. He said, "Damn, it might even take a week, 10 days, or at worst case scenario, 2 weeks." But I'll do it. Nah, this is hilarious. That boy is too strong. He said it might even take a week, or God forbid, 2 weeks. But I'll freaking do it. I'll shave off every last second. I get it now. The expectations he sets for himself, his whole attitude, it's so far removed from what the average guy like me can comprehend. He manifests his own destiny. He talks the talk and walks the walk. I have no doubt he'll succeed, but mentioning moving on to the real thing, right? What's he got in store for me? Glazing is crazy. Dude, look at him. Like, bro, he even has his hair up like Netero. Do you see this? He looks like him. Let me see this. Like, bro, he looks like a young Isaac Netero. He literally looks like him. That's crazy. I looked up young Isaac Netero, and he has like, he's so old. He has so many different character designs for different ages. He has at least 4 character designs. He has the Dark Continent one where he went on over there with was it Zig and Lynette, I think was their names, when they went to the Dark Continent. He is the one where he was training. Got a slightly older one. That's a good character right there. But yeah, he literally looks like him. Everybody's sitting around, contemplating, worried, watching over her body. Rakurapika. The second training session will take place tomorrow, Thursday at 9 a.m. The only change is the attendance of Prince Camilla's guard this time. Will you and Furikov still represent Prince Benjamin? Yeah. By the way, what do you make of Prince Camilla's change of heart? The training session confirmed our claims, so maybe now she sees it as a worthwhile investment. It could just be for training, or it could be for information, assassination, negotiation, persuasion. The list is endless. Camilla's have-not guards are said to be in possession of unique abilities. Could it be their Nen? What is it, the braids? Is their target really Wobble? It's uncertainty. The uncertainties just keep piling up. Sending someone alone shows strong intent. Given Camilla's personality, there's no doubt they came up with a specific purpose in mind, not just for training. Senritsu's letter didn't mention anything about Camilla. But maybe a game-changing secret is just forced there in a hand. Regardless, we mustn't let them anywhere near Prince Wobo. It won't be easy, but the two of us will have to handle it. You betcha. Shimano, asterisk. Raw spell it out as Shimanu, but we assume it's a misprint. Stay close to the queen and prince, even if at the cost of your cleaning duties. Oh, their move B. There's also a pack with Karai to consider. We have to be careful. Okay. Scroll down. The whale is outside. It's nighttime now. Doctors are working on him. He's got like 5 things just strapped up to him. He flatlined. He died. Dang. He just straight up died. Alright. How long did he say he had then? Let me go back. I think he said 10 hours. He says I should have around 10 hours after my body's dead to maintain control of his body. He's just body snatching now? This is crazy, bro. What is going on in this story? It seems the body will be transported at midday, moving up to the central stairway from tier 3 in the morgue of tier 1. His final 3 wishes are 1, a public announcement, 2, a farewell from his supporters, and 3, for his personal guards to handle the transportation of his coffin. Yes, those were the prince's final words. What do you think? Let them proceed. He'll respect his wishes even though he didn't write them down. We can't let his supporters' grief turn into anger. We must act carefully and with respect. Tell Supreme Magistrate Clea to drop the case and release his private soldiers so they can go to him. Yes, sir. Well then, I'll discuss the autopsy report's results whenever I arrive, oversee the memorial service, and then return with his remains. Make sure everything is handled with the utmost care. You've done an excellent job. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. So he's in his body now. This dude, he's too dedicated. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very sad and unfortunate news to share. The 9th Prince Halkenberg has tragically passed away earlier today. What? Everybody's confused. The funeral procession. Oh. Phantom Truth is out here. Nobunaga and them are out here. The funeral procession will commence today at noon and proceed up the central stairway towards first tier. To all guests on the 3rd tier, please gather at the central stairway plaza and bid your farewell today. Was he the head of the family? No, not connected. Nobunaga and them are out here. No, not connected. Then who cares? Let's hurry down to tier 4. There's no rush. Henrik did a great job hiding the transmitter. Anyway, I want to straighten some things out with the 2 families before we head to the Haley hideout. Text on the side says the sound of warning marks the beginning of the next turmoil. So I'm assuming this is the last page I'm looking at. Hey, what about Haley? Yes, we pointless. We crush them regardless. Well, obviously, it's about how to crush them. Scroll down. Depending on their response, we might have to go all out with this. Not only pointless, but now nonsense. You got a hard-on for an enemy or something? How lame. It's all in your head. I hope I'm wrong, but if my hunch is right, I'm going to beat the shit out of you guys. Next chapter, the troop sets off. 405, we're going back to the Phantom Troop again. Bro. This is crazy, bro. Like, what just happened? There's so much going on. I'm glad I can actually start reading this weekly too. This is crazy. Man. Nah, there's so much going on right now. This dude straight up died and like body snatched someone. Who knows what he's gonna do? Yeah, nah. This is cooked. Well, all right. I gotta go outside. Go do a little running. The Umineko soundtrack is too crazy, like too perfect for this. It's actually perfect reading music. I actually, when I read like actual books, I do put the Umineko OST on. I'm glad it transferred over to this. I got to start taking notes with this series because so much just happened already. Like I need like my own personal cheat sheet, like I said earlier. But all right, we'll be on later. Might be playing FF11 later, but we'll see. Hey, the homies in the Discord. Hold up. Hey, hey. I'm about to go in there. But whoever's in here, I'll catch you later. We'll be back next week with Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna do this every week. This better be fire.